back. And in our second half of our program today, we're going to be talking about home support, and I have here with me Sena Jallo from Home Support. Welcome.
Well, thank you.
We're glad to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Sena, let me start out by asking you to clarify with us, and because I always get confused, what's the difference between home health and home support?
Okay. Home health is a skill-based nursing requirement, but it is you get home health through Medicare. Medicare totally sponsored the care of the residents.
Medicare not only pays for it, but Medicare orders it?
Orders it, yes.
Okay,
and
so that comes through your doctor?
Right.
So it's the people who give you the care are here at Green Spring.
Right, exactly.
But your doctor orders it, and these are skilled medical people that
right.
provide home health.
Right, exactly. They have a nurse with them, an aide, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy, if that is required.
Okay.
Right.
So that's more skilled care.
That's more skilled care.
Still in your apartment.
Right.
Okay. Home health, there is a registered nurse involved, but only at the beginning, but not really giving you care all the time.
Is that home support?
Home support.
Well, it all depends.
Yes.
Sometimes we do have clients that require, let's say for instance, they require to have insulin given,
right.
or they have to have their blood sugar checks.
Yes.
Or clients that are on Coumadin.
Right.
You know, we have to make sure they get in their PTINR
right.
at the medical center, and then, you know,
so there's a little bit.
Prepare this medication. There's a lot of skill involved,
yes.
but this one is private pay. That's the
private
difference.
Pay.
Yes.
Home health is Medicare pay. Home support is private pay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think with home health, you have to. There is some criteria that the individual has to meet. You have to be homebound for you to qualify for
home
health,
support.
For
or
home
health, yes.
Yes. While for home support, it's different.
You can just raise your hand and say, I would like
right.
some help in my home.
And yes, exactly.
Okay, so
right.
you're here today from Home Support.
Yes.
And the home support people, as we see them on campus, are the people who are in the green smocks.
Right.
The kind of forest green smocks,
right.
and the bright blue smocks.
Right, exactly.
So those are the employees that we see, that we recognize,
right.
that we know those are the home support people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Now I know you have one update for us that we heard about, those of us who went to the town hall or to the coffee with the executive team yesterday.
Right.
Have an update on that.
Right.
Tell us what the change is.
Well, the change is we're so happy that we have all of our team in place. We have 4 scheduling coordinators. What we're trying to do is set them in teams where all of the clients that are under our care, they'll be divided into those 4 teams. So we have Team A, Team B, Team C, and Team D. They will be, when, let's say, for instance, a client calls, somebody in Team A will take care of that client, and they will own up to everything that that client wants. Let's say they have questions as to scheduling their aid, consistency, making sure that they have the same aid at the same time. So this is what we're trying to do right now, to build up those teams and then have these people follow up with the clients to see how much, this is a satisfaction base, to see how satisfied they are with the care that we're providing them.
So instead of all of the residents who are working with home support being scheduled with all of the possible caregivers,
right.
You're saying instead of all of you coming to one place, we're going to give you a team,
right.
that you'll get to know a little bit better.
Exactly.
And you'll have a scheduler, a coordinator,
right.
that you will know a little bit better.
It's part of that team that you will know a little bit better.
Okay, kind of putting you in more like a classroom with a room mother.
Exactly.
So you'll get to have a team that you
right.
know better, and then the caregivers, the certified nursing assistants, and the
companions.
Right. Thank you. Will also be assigned to those teams.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're working on. We've already divided the clients. They've already had their teams. Now we're working on dividing the aides and the companions as well.
Okay.
So it's an exciting time for us.
Good.
Right.
So you'll see people that you know, you get to know them better.
Right, exactly.
It's not like you'll see a stranger come into your apartment every time.
Exactly. And when you call, let's say you call to talk to anyone, they will already know that you are part of their team, and they will take up that will be their responsibility to answer to your questions and cater to your needs.
How many total clients do you serve right at this time?
At this time, I'll say close to approximately 200 clients.
200?
Yes.
So now we have about 50 served by each team.
Right, yes.
And how big is each team of caregivers?
Well, right now it's just a scheduling coordinator. So once they have the aides and the companions, it will be more. So we'll be talking about maybe one client or a specific team will have approximately, like, let's say 25 to 30 people under their care that will be caring for those clients.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's much better.
It is much better,
Yes.
and we're looking forward to that.
That's good.
Right.
I'm sure that will be better for everyone. It will be good, better for the
Definitely.
teams.
Yes.
It will be better for the residents.
Right, right.
That's excellent. Good.
Yes, it is.
So
it is.
that everyone will get to know everyone better.
Yep.
Yeah, and you always feel better when someone recognizes your name when you call.
Right, right,
Yes.
right.
Right, yes.
Right, yeah.
What other news do you have in home support today?
Other news that we have is that, when I know before we used to charge to do the assessment. But
Yes.
right now, as it is, the assessment is at no charge. So let's say if somebody was thinking about getting home support, but they're not ready yet to use the aids, you can always call and get the nurse to come in and do the initial assessment and then leave it open. We recommend that at least by 2 months, you will use our services, 2 hours per aid, 2 hours, let's say, per month. That should be sufficient enough. And then if the time allows and you need more help, you can just call and say, hey, can you send the aide to come in and help me out, do something.
Now I'm thinking, and I'm just going to use myself as an example,
Right.
just to kind of say, okay, so I'm thinking, well, sometimes I get up and it's a little hard for me to get out of bed, or
Right.
I have a little trouble finding things, or I just have a lot of papers in my apartment and I
Right.
don't know what to do with them, or I have a little trouble getting to the dining room. It could be a lot of different things in my life, and I'm thinking, and I don't have children, and I'm kind of feeling on my own. I'm wondering if there's something here at Green Spring that could help me, but I don't know quite what to do. And maybe I need to get one of those aides here in my apartment, but I'm not quite sure. That's the time when it would be a good idea to call home support
Right.
and say, I would like to have this registered nurse, even though I'm not sick, physically sick.
Right, you're not physically sick.
The registered nurse can come and talk with me
Right.
and make an assessment and
Right.
say, this is where you are right now, Susan.
Right.
These are the kinds of services that perhaps can help you. A companion in our companion service could assist you in getting you to the dining room.
Right.
A companion could sit with you and help you sort through all of that mail or all of those papers that you have.
Right.
A certified nursing assistant could help you if you have trouble getting dressed in the morning.
Right.
And they could identify what those services are and talk with you about whether this is something that you might want to have, something you might want to purchase because
Right.
you are paying for it.
Right.
Something that might help you get through each day more easily.
Right. Right.
And this assessment is free.
It's free.
And it just is a way to introduce you to what kind of service is there for you.
Right. It's a way of introduction, and at the same time, when we send a nurse to come in, they initiate a care plan that will cater to your needs.
Yes.
So them coming in, doing your assessment, they want to make sure that everything is, within
Right.
normal limits.
Yes.
So let's say if there is a wound that's there and
Yes.
you're not aware of,
Yes.
all of these things are things that they can take care
Yes.
of. And then build the care plan. So when the aides come in, whenever you're ready again,
Right.
when they come in, either the aides or the companion, when they come in, they will go through that care plan
Right.
and say, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do when
Right.
I come in there.
Right.
So for that reason, we send a nurse to come in to do
Yes.
that initial
Right.
assessment.
And,
Some
and the nurse will be able to tell you, these are the things that that a certified nursing assistant
Right.
can do.
Right.
These are the kinds of things that a companion can do.
Right.
And these are the kinds of things that the nurse, will have to come back and do.
Sure.
The nurse would be the person that would have to come back to give you insulin,
Right.
to actually give you medication,
Medications, yeah, exactly.
to help you put your medicine in containers so
containers.
that you know when to take it, because
Right.
neither of the other two can actually give you medication.
Right, exactly.
But the certified nursing assistant can help you bathe,
Yes.
can help you get from your chair into a wheelchair,
Right.
can help you get dressed, can help you with many of those things.
They can help you with many things, like they can help you with light housekeeping. They can help you with your laundry. That is if time allows. That's why sometimes we recommend 2 hours. They can they can also remind you, they can assist you to take your medicine. They cannot physically give you the medicine.
They can say,
but they
"Here is
can
the
say,
medicine."
yes, they can pour it on in a cup for you, help you, pour it in a cup and then give it to you.
And say, here, it's
Here's
time for you to take your medicine, and make
right.
sure that you take it.
You take it, yes.
Yes.
Right. So there's a lot of things that is involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me ask you one other question. This just is something that I'm curious about. Can a certified nursing assistant or a companion accompany you to a doctor's office?
Both can. And sometimes people do call and want a companion to go with them. But they can go with you, but sometimes we look at like cognitive issues, some other underlying issues with the client. Let's say if the client is going to outside doctor's appointment and they at the place they want to use the bathroom. Of course, a companion cannot physically touch you to help you
But a
do
certified
that. But a
nursing
certified, a
I was
certified
thinking
nursing
more
aide
in
can do
terms
that.
of the certified nursing assistant helping you physically, but for either one of them, if as a follow-up you needed to get prescriptions just to make
Right.
sure that you got everything on
Yeah,
the list.
the
So that-
companion can do
So
that.
that's another good thing to know, that
Right.
someone could accompany you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Saina, we were worried about filling our time, and we're out of time.
Oh wow.
But thank you so much for
Oh, my
coming, and thank you
pleasure.
for all of the information. It's been very, very helpful.
You're welcome. It is my pleasure to do so.
Thank you for joining us today.